Waddle, great strike by Tagovailoa.
Pressure coming. Intercepted in the end zone.
What's going on, Dolphins? Welcome to Dolphins Today from the Baptist Health Studios here in Miami Gardens. I'm Kimberly Bell, aka Kimmy B. Now let's get right into it. Players were back in the building on Monday. I know, exciting times as they can now work out and start to meet with the new coaching staff. Let's go ahead and say hello to the guys as they begin their 2022 season.
We back at it. Day one. We're back. Here we go. First day of a new school. Glad to be back. First day. It's a good day to be a fan. Good morning, Coach.
Okay, so here's a little more info about phase one of OTAs. It's limited to strength and conditioning activities as well as meetings for a total of 4 hours per day. Regardless, still very exciting to have players in Miami as they begin to gear up for the season. We also have one signing to get to. Cornerback Nik Needham has signed his second-round tender officially, keeping him in Miami for the 2022 season. Now, in 3 seasons with the Dolphins, Needham has 6 interceptions for 1 touchdown and 171 tackles. So as we know, the defense has been a strength in Miami for the past few seasons, highlighted by 3-time Pro Bowler and All-Pro selection Xavien Howard. At the most recent NFL Scouting Combine, Drive Time podcast host Travis Wingfield got a chance to sit down with Assistant Director of College Scouting Matt Winston. Now, we got our hands on some behind-the-scenes breakdown discussions on the draft process when it came to Howard and safety Javon Holland. Check it out.
With the 38th pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Xavien Howard, defensive back from Baylor.
So we're going to talk about a few players with you today. And let's go back to 2016, I think is our furthest guy back on our list here, and Xavien Howard, and kind of the process of getting to know him at Baylor. What was the first thing that really stood out to you about Xavien Howard in college?
First thing that stood out, and it still stands out about Xavien, is just his ball skills. Just his ability to find the ball. It's very rare for a player at his position to be able to track and finish like he does.
You mentioned the investigative side of things and kind of getting to know these guys and their background. What kind of stood out about X in terms of the behind the scenes and the makeup and the character of what kind of guy he was?
Just getting to know X was just how much he cared about the game, how much work he really put into studying and preparing at the college level, because you know if they're already doing it at the college level, it's probably going to translate to our level. I remember we brought him down on a 30 visit to our facility, and we had some players in the spring working out during OTAs. And he immediately recognized a few of them. They didn't have uniforms on or anything, but he recognized them from Big 12 play, knew who they were, and these weren't like frontline players either. They were more practice squad guys, and he knew exactly who they were. And I knew he would be a professional just from one of those little tidbits, to go along with the rest of his character profile. This just made him a good pro.
Was there one thing that stood out about him that you said, this guy is a Miami Dolphin, we have to go get him?
I just think at that position you're always looking for playmakers, and his ability to find the ball and play the ball and finish on the ball was just rare.
The new pick for the Miami Dolphins,
Javon Holland.
Last year we got another one of those guys in Javon Holland. He made a bunch of plays this year for the Dolphins. When the process began, what stood out about Javon Holland for you guys?
The first exposure I remember having with Javon was actually during a sophomore season. Really wasn't even there to scout him in particular, but Javon kept making plays on defense, on special teams. The kind of guy that had you checking your roster just to make sure he wasn't draft eligible. But it was a great first impression, and it was something that kind of stuck with me through the rest of the process.
What did you kind of notice about him and your kind of background research on him going into the draft after an opt-out year where he didn't play in 2020?
Right. His ability to show up to pro day, he had gained muscle. I think he had gained some speed too. Tested off the charts, checked every box at his pro day, just showed us that he was able to prepare on his own as a pro. And I think you kind of just saw that transfer over to the field, and he kind of hit the ground running as a rookie and was super productive.
He was a guy that his father was a CFL star, and he understood the workout that was required for a player to make it to this level. Did you guys kind of recognize in him pretty early on, like this guy is wired the right way?
Javon was easy because, you know, he's a pleasure to work with whenever you get guys that, from the first source you talk to, is just gushing about him. Those are the kind of guys that are a pleasure to work with and make the process a lot easier. You sleep better at night as a scout, you know, when you're dealing with guys like that.
As always, great stuff there from Travis and Matt. Now, at the 2021 Pro Bowl, Holland, coming off his rookie year, was able to gain some insight from Howard about his own NFL journey.
A lot of people been playing this since it was little. At the end of the day, it's just football.
Right.
Coaches try to make it harder than what it really is, but at the end of the day, bro, it's just football. And once you get that confidence, you can do anything you want to do. And it's just really just a mindset.
Now that you have that confidence, you know, you've been in the league, you've made All-Pro, you know, you've made Pro Bowler. Being a vet on the team now, you know, like teaching guys like myself, like Trill, like Noah, young guys on the Dolphins. It doesn't even have to be a defensive back. You know, it could just be a younger rookie. You've been through that journey, although it's, you know, kind of been a long time. Do you still see yourself as somebody who could, you know, kind of reach back into those times when you were young and give examples to us, really, and, you know, just kind of to give us the tools to take the next step?
Yeah, man, it's about the next level. You know, I had guys like Cameron Wake, Rashard Jones, Byron Maxwell, and Andre Branch, Sue. I had a lot of veterans on the team during my time when I was young, being a rookie. One thing I do remember about me being a rookie is when, you know, I came in, got drafted number 38, early second round pick, and I was just practicing. I came out there, came off an injury and stuff like that. And my first time just being on the field with the guys. And one thing Cameron Wake did, like, he didn't say nothing to me until I made a play. Like, everybody hyped me up, hey, X, you gonna do this and do this. He didn't say nothing to me. And I'm like, damn, what'd I do to him? And when I seen that, you know, my whole mindset, like, hey, I gotta let them know that I'm able to play out here and I'm gonna do the best thing for my team. And that was just really just everything for me, just trying to prove that to them guys and letting them guys know, like, I might be a rookie, but I can perform on a high level.
All right, so that's going to do it for this episode of Dolphins Today. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. Keep an eye on all Dolphins social media channels for any team updates, and we'll see you on Friday.